What is Strong Customer Authentication, SCA? Merchants need to be aware that Strong Customer Authentication, SCA, refers to the introduction of additional security authentications for customer-initiated online transactions of more than €30. In the past, customers could just check out online by entering their card number and a CVV verification code. However, under the new regulations, customers will need to provide an additional form of identification. This means that all electronic payment transactions will need to be authenticated by at least 2 or 3 possible methods. Knowledge: hidden information only the user knows, for example, a password, PIN, or answers to secret questions. Possession: something only the user possesses, for example, a mobile phone, USB token, or card reader. Inherence: something the user is, for example, biometrics, fingerprint, facial recognition, voice recognition, often taken from mobile devices. SCA will apply to transactions in the European Economic Area, EEA, only, where both the customer and merchant are in the region. If one of these is located outside Europe, the requirement is for the payment service provider in Europe to use their best efforts to apply SCA. Banks will start declining payments that require SCA but don't meet the criteria listed below by the end of 2020, while in the UK this has been extended to September 2021. There are, however, some exemptions that will help to achieve the right balance between convenience for the customer and fraud prevention for the merchant. These include recurring transactions. When a customer makes a regular payment of the same amount to the same business, SCA will only be required for the first transaction. If the amount changes, authentication will be required. Whitelist merchants. Consumers will have the option to assign businesses to a whitelist of trusted beneficiaries. After the first authentication is completed, all further transactions will be exempt from authentication. Low-risk transactions. Low-risk transactions that have undergone real-time assessment may be processed without SCA. This decision will be based on the average fraud levels of the card issuer, and they will have the ultimate say on whether SCA is required. Mail order and telephone orders, MOTO. Mail order and telephone order transactions are not considered to be electronic payments, so they are exempt from SCA. Corporate payments. When a transaction is initiated by a business rather than a consumer, it will not require separate authentication. While exemptions may be very useful, it's important to remember that it's ultimately the cardholder's issuing bank that decides whether or not to accept an exemption. SCA will impact your business, but it will also create opportunities for Pixxles and its merchants by making payments safer and offering protection against the risk of fraud.